This is literally my first video for the year 2023, so happy new year. I hope it is not too late to say a happy new year to you guys. Hello good people, welcome back to my channel. My name is Fisayomi, and if this is your first time here, welcome. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please do not forget to subscribe if you do so. Today I'm going to be talking about redefining my goals and the actions I'm going to be taking to ensure that I'm working towards achieving my goals, becoming that woman that I want to be. And I hope you pick up some learnings as I move on. I have spent the whole of January retrospecting, planning for the year, and trying to just figure out the things that I want to do differently to ensure that I'm being more focused and being more intentional about the things that I do. I also had to reflect on my personal branding, especially this community I'm currently building, and how I'm going to be ensuring that I'm not derailing from the purpose of this channel. I want to ensure that every video I put out there has something insightful for everybody watching out there to take away. Yes, we are still going to stick with the 4 focus areas. That's fashion, beauty, lifestyle, and then we have personal development. So this year, expect more of personal development and fashion content, because I think I didn't do that much in those 2 areas last year. There was more of lifestyle and beauty. So I started off this year by really outlining my goals, but I tried to be more realistic and less hard on the goals I set for myself, because I have learned in the past that setting goals, and then when I get to a point where I'm unable to achieve those goals, or there's a lot of pressure on me, it just breaks me down and it affects me mentally. What I want to focus on right now is, envisioning who I want to become, and like waking up every day to tell myself that this is who I am. That person I want to become is who I'm going to wake up every day to tell myself that this is who I am, and these are the things that I have to do to become that person, to really truly be that person that I am. Therefore, I designed a vision board. I literally put into that vision board, what do you want? So it's more visual, and it helps me to see clearly the things that I really want to do for myself, my career. Sectioned it into different aspects of my life. There's finance, there's career, there's the personal branding, of course, there's content creation, building this channel, and there's also spirituality and relationships. So I just clearly put that out there, and to see the things that I want to do for myself, the things that I want to get better at. Following this development of vision board and trying to redefine and reset my goals for the year, I came up with these 3 key words that I'm going to be living by. The first one is intentionality, the second one is discipline, and the third one is self-awareness. So I'm going to talk about the 3 of them and how I'm looking to incorporating them to my everyday activities to ensure that I am working towards being that girl. First, intentionality. I realized that I've been working towards a lot of things and achieving things, but I need to be more intentional about achieving them. For example, I'm talking about developing myself personally. I want to grow mentally this year. I want to grow financially. I want to hit some career goals, crazy career goals this year. So being intentional for me this year means that I'm waking up every day and I have a clear path on what I'm supposed to do at the end of the day. So that means that every day I have a plan, and I should have set that plan a day before, in the beginning of the week. So for this day, these are the things that I want to do. And of course, I have a 9 to 5. I'm going to go to work. I want to be fit. I have to wake up early to get to the gym first. I have to prepare my breakfast and lunch. I have to meditate. I have to journal. And in the evening, like, what is going to be my routine? Pretty much, I want to put my life into different compartments whereby one thing is not eating up into the other. For example, my work life, my 9 to 5 is not eating up into the time that I'm dedicating to achieving some personal goals. In summary, I'm going to be intentional about my day-to-day routine and ensuring that I'm incorporating things that are going to help me achieve those goals that I've set for myself. Let's take fitness as an example. I want to be more healthy. I want to look good physically and mentally, and I want to ensure that I continue to keep up with my fitness routine. So that means that I have to wake up early in the morning, earlier than I used to. And for me to wake up early in the morning, that means I have to go to bed early. The previous night I've been struggling with my sleeping pattern, and that is one thing I have to be intentional about if I want to be really productive the following day. So I'm waking up early, you know, doing my morning routine, getting to gym at the right time, coming back home, getting ready for work and getting to work at the right time, and my mind is clear and focused on getting work done. And by the time I'm back in the evening, I'm also doing things that help me to achieve my other goals. For example, I'd set out to read at least one book a month, and what I'm doing right now is dedicating at least an hour or two every evening when I'm back from work to pick up a book and read. The second watchword that I have for myself this year is self-awareness. I think there's a lot of personal discovery, if I would use that word, that I have to do. So I have to learn to understand myself, learn to understand my mental triggers, learn to understand when I should have a break or pause or reflect or just, you know, do something. I'm at a point in my life where I feel like there's still some untapped potentials within me that I have to really focus on discovering and bringing them out. So what are my strengths? How can I leverage those strengths to become my higher self? What are my weaknesses? How can I work on those weaknesses or improve upon them to ensure that they are not affecting my progress in reaching my higher self? This only means that I have to spend more time productively with myself. The reason why I added productively is because I naturally spend a lot of time with myself. But what I do with that time now matters to me more than ever before. And finally, I talked about discipline, and I think the culprit here is usually, for me, is usually procrastination. I always come up with excuses when I'm scared of starting something or getting something done. For example, about 3 to 4 years ago, I was very passionate about creating fashion content. I wanted to start a YouTube channel, and I've written all of this out as goals that I want to achieve before a certain time in my life. And I didn't start because I kept giving the excuse that I don't have the time. And why do I keep giving that excuse? I have a 9 to 5. I'm always really busy. My work is demanding, and I allowed it to get to a stage whereby this thing started to consume me before I tried to pull myself out of it. This led to a lot of anxiety. I even got depressed at some point. I'm going to talk about that sometimes later. So it was just at that point that I had to really pause and understand what was going wrong in my life. And I saw that I was just always saying and I was not doing. So this year I'm going to be very much disciplined, and my say-do ratio is going to be 1-to-1. Whatever I say I'm going to do, I'm going to ensure that I execute it, and I'm going to ensure that I'm just making moves. No time for nonsense. Yes, those are my 3 watchwords this year, and they are pretty much going to guide me into achieving those goals or those visuals that you've seen on the vision board that I shared earlier. Finally, I mentioned earlier that ensuring that I'm reading more books this year. I really want to ensure that the books I'm reading are not just, you know, focusing on one thing. So I want to be very versatile with them. I got some books already, and I would like to show you some of them. I have these books that I've started off the year with, and the plan is to continue to get more and read more as I complete each of them. This was my January read, and this book is very refreshing, intriguing, and insightful. I learned a lot from this book, and it just let me understand that no matter where you are at this point, or no matter where you're coming from, there's this light in you, and you have to be responsible for shining your light onto the world. I have key learnings from this book posted on my Instagram, so you can check it out if you want to see. And if you're not following me on Instagram, please do so. This book, I've had it for a while now. I actually read this sometimes last year, and You Are a Badass: How to Stop Doubting Your Greatness and Start Living an Awesome Life. Guys, this book, I would definitely recommend this book 100%. This is the book I'm currently reading. Prior to me buying this book, I've seen a lot of great reviews about it, and I just knew that I wanted to grab this. And guys, everyone that is trying to improve on their lifestyle and, you know, just grow good habits need to read this book. I'm still halfway gone, and I'm hoping that I get to read this before the end of the month. Yeah, that's the goal. But this book, it's called Tiny Changes, Remarkable Results: Atomic Habits, an easy and proven way to build good habits and break bad ones. This book is quite practical and relatable. It helps you to really sit down and illustrate the things that you are doing, that you can have, the habits that you have that you need to break, and then it helps you to understand how you can start introducing good habits. I also got this book that says The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. It's a guide to spiritual enlightenment. This is going to be my next read. Finally, I have a journal that I use by Michelle Obama. It's called Becoming. I've actually read her book Becoming about four or 5 years ago, and I was truly inspired by her. This is a guided journal for discovering your voice. This is what it looks like from the inside. This one says, I have a habit that has sustained me for life, keeping a close and high-spirited council of girlfriends, a safe harbor of female wisdom. And the question here says, list 3 people who contribute to your circle of strength. Next to each person's name, describe why he or she is so dependable. I have this already filled out. I'm not going to let you see it. So it says, what do you want? List 10 things you want for yourself. For each item, write one simple step toward making the wish come true. This book has been very helpful, and you can get this. There are also a lot of guided journals out there. I've seen very fantastic, great ones that people are using, so you can grab one for yourself. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you have taken away 1 or 2 things, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye.